Hey there. I heard that there was a man who went to his pastor to help him pray out the sin of homosexuality. And then when he got there, I'm waking up, boy, and they ended up fucking. I only just heard. I done told ya that you would be surprised how many of your pastors are not as straight as you think. It will blow your mind. When I think I play, but then that's how some of you people will be saying that I'm trying so hard to spread my homosexual agenda. Chill, please. I don't give a shit who you're fucking or who's fucking you. Oh, and there's another story. This one happened in America between a pastor and a woman. Apparently, there was a pastor that went viral for eating a woman's coochie on camera. I heard, though, me personally, I don't watch this kind of things. Me, watch blue film. My eyes are only for the light. Yeah. I mean, he was eating that thing. He was all up in that thing like, ooh, yeah. I heard, dude. And then naturally, when this video went viral, everybody in their mama has something to say about this. People were dragging this pastor, talking about how can you be a pastor and then you're doing this and doing that. And then the pastor recorded his response, and this is what he had to say. Enjoy.
I see that on this morning, I have messed up the mindset of some of you phony, fake ass, not doing a damn thing in the community, holier than thou as church folk. First of all, fuck you. Okay. Second of all, you have an issue with me being on a picture with a beautiful black woman. Let me set the record straight. I am a pastor, first of all, that feeds the hungry. I'm a pastor that has a girls, a boys, and a woman's mentoring program. I teach empowerment on a daily basis. Yes, I'm a pastor that likes pussy. Can I say it again? I like pussy. I'm a real man. I'm real about who I am. And remember that God made woman for the man. So you phony, fake ass folk, when you're doing the things that I do in the community, then you got something to say. Other than that, on this Tuesday, fuck you.
Now I'm going to ask you, what do you think is the difference between the first story and the second story? If you say that the difference between the two stories is the fact that the first had to do with homosexuality, that's why you're a biscuit head. Ishikabin biscuits. But that's okay. I'm going to help you out. I'm such a nice person. Oh my God. I'm going to give you a third story. Hopefully it'll help you see the pattern. This one is a video. Enjoy.
How you're a pastor in cursing. Be aware of the prophets. We are definitely living in our last age. Well, bitch, let me tell you something. You must be a bitch like Cheryl. Yes, I cuss. I'm the cussing pastor while your motherfucking pastor ain't doing a goddamn thing. I'm the cussing pastor that used my platform to raise $6,000 for this mother who was going through a plight while these other ignorant ass, non-functioning ass pastors wasn't doing a motherfucking thing in this city. Now, if that bothers you, that I'm a cussing pastor, then get your motherfucking ass off my damn page. Plain and damn simple. See, I don't play. It's about being real. It's about the truth. And I don't give a damn what none of you bitches says, and none of you hoe ass niggas either. So, bitch, bye. I'm gonna take you off the page so you don't have to worry about it. See, y'all be worried about the wrong thing. You cuss. Yes, I curse. Hell, Jesus probably cursed. Jesus be sitting up in heaven looking at you ignorant ass Negroes and saying, damn, I made that fool.
We thank good. Did you see the pattern? Did you get it? I know some of y'all already got it, but I also know that some people are mentally challenged. We thank good. So let me explain. You see, the problem is not the action, but rather what happens to your ego when people, especially people who look up to you, come to find out about that action. That's the difference. And I know I've talked about the ego a couple of times on my platform, so I'm going to do my best to recap as to how the ego works. See, the ego holds on to anything that you hold on to, as in whatever you make a big deal in this world, the ego holds on to it. Anything, literally anything at all. This is why we must all be humble enough to never judge, because the ego comes to you differently than how it comes to me. It knows what we're all susceptible to, and as long as you are a human being occupying space and time, you will always be susceptible to the ego, and the ego will come to each and every single one of us differently. The way the ego will come to you is going to be different from the way the ego will come to me, which is going to be different from the way the ego will come to someone else. This is human, meaning that the less things in this world that you you hold on to, aka less things in this world that you make a big deal, the better off you are and the more safe you are from the ego. Even Jesus himself was smart enough to know this, and this is why he incarnated as a nobody. Even though a lot of people assumed that he would come with chariots as the King of Kings and with the golden crown and everything majestic, but Jesus was smart enough to understand the patterns in this world that he chose to come in human form as a nobody, because he understands that the less he had, the more he had a chance to overcome the devil. And this is exactly why the devil had nothing to hold on to when it came to Jesus. The birds of the air have nests, the foxes have dens, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. A child of a carpenter, a nobody. You see, with the first story, it wouldn't have been a big deal if the pastor and the person who went to the pastor were okay with their sexuality. Who gives a shit? People are fucking and people will always fuck. And if you own up to your own authenticity, can nobody use that against you? But instead, in the first story, both the pastor and the person who went to the pastor for prayer, Jesus, were holding on to an idea of what this world has told them that homosexuality is, to the point that it made them feel shame, because they know that if the congregation were to find out, also gaba, we thank God, as opposed to the other two pastors who own their shit, because you cannot shame the shameless. Anyway, let me mind my business, because at the end of the day, the Bible said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. These are men of God, so let me just mind my business and drink my tea in peace. But then I just can't help but wonder, what your pastors are up to when they get out the altar. We thank God.